Now that you've seen a demonstration on how the broker side and the borrower side work together to get applications and documents and e-signings in very quickly, I'm going to show you a few other features and settings that the broker can work with to kind of supercharge their Finmo. And I'll also touch on a few of the integrations that we've created. So the first thing to notice about Finmo is if you go into your account here, you can scroll down and actually see that we have two different settings for the way that two different URLs, if you will, for the way that you can intake an application. The first one is the borrower portal URL. This is your team's URL. If you have a borrower that signs up through this URL, it'll actually be assigned to the default for your team, the default broker or assistant that's set up in your team. And I'll show that in the team settings in a second. On the other hand, if you use your personal borrower portal URL, you're actually able to send this out in your email signature, and immediately when a borrower signs up, you'll be assigned to that deal and start receiving notifications. It's a very unique setting, and a lot of brokers really enjoy using their own personal URL to have the deal set up correctly when it comes in. Additionally, you'll see here in my account settings, I have a two-factor auth. We're one of the first, if not the only, software in Canada for mortgage technology that's using two-factor authentication on the broker side. This just is an extra layer of security when you have it on. Obviously, if a password's compromised, you would still need a second device in order to get into this account. So I'm going to show you now, that's kind of the your account settings. I'm going to show you the team settings. What you'll notice here is first is deal settings. Deal assignment is what I mentioned earlier. When a borrower comes through the team portal URL, you can automatically assign a particular assistant or agent to start dealing with that particular deal. You can play around with the deal notifications to send a copy to a team email, and you can also create a client consent and customize it so that it creates a PDF when the application is submitted. Next, I'm going to quickly show documents. As I mentioned before, Smart Documents intelligently suggests which documents should be requested from each borrower. You'll notice here that if you turn yes on, that's what I demoed in the borrower portal. As soon as a borrower completes the application, it automatically starts requesting documents from them. However, we found that some brokers aren't completely confident and comfortable immediately showing the request to a borrower. We actually allow you to turn this off, and what will happen is instead of the borrower immediately be showing those, as soon as the borrower finishes the application, on the broker side, you'll actually see suggested documents that you should request. So at the point of time when I'm trying to get a borrower to upload their documents, I actually can just see what Finmo suggests for me to request. We found that a lot of brokers actually enjoy this setting as well. But you'll notice here that for each application question, you can actually trigger a certain document. And these documents are all being pulled from our document library. The document library can have custom documents, but most of the Finmo users actually use what's already provided by Finmo. And if they need to change something small, they can duplicate it and customize and edit it. Next, I'll quickly show the team profile settings. Obviously, you have a team icon and a team logo. And I'm going to skip ahead to the integrations. So here are a few integrations that we've decided to pull into Finmo. A lot of our teams are actually kind of they're becoming more digital. And what that means is that they're wanting to run ads on Facebook. So we've actually integrated with the Facebook Pixel ID so they can get a better understanding of how their ad campaigns are converting. For example, if they wanted to know the cost per application or the cost per submitted documents, they could see all of that information. We also have a really robust integration with Google Analytics that gives further tracking on what's happening in the borrower portal. We use Intercom to actually allow a broker to add live chat and a couple other services, email campaigns. They're able to actually integrate with what we believe is the leading chat platform on the market. And then we also have what we're calling our Finmo Connect, and this is done through Zapier. So you're able to actually generate a Zapier token, and different triggers can be passed from Finmo to trigger a different workflow in another application. One of the common CRMs or requests that a broker has is the ability to connect with Pipedrive CRM or Salesforce CRM. Let's say that they have a custom CRM that they want. When they generate this new token, they can actually then trigger when a submitted application happens, then XYZ needs to happen in my CRM. Another trigger that we've created is when I push the deal to Filogix Expert, I want to trigger a workflow in my Trello to show a different task for another broker. So it's a way to supercharge and customize your flow for your team, your brokerage.